Hello, friends. I believe I'm currently live. This is delightful. What a way to start my time in Oklahoma City. I've only arrived in the hotel room about, like 45 minutes ago from a very long journey. Um, Started in the UK yesterday, and here I am in Oklahoma, kicking off my Christmas tour with this live visit with all of you. And thank you for joining me for the launch of my brand new music video, where I think I'm spending Christmas with you. It's so good to see so many familiar faces in here. Hi, Jim, Kazo, Stephen, Sherry, Steve. Oh, thank you for joining me. Well, I am going to get started with some of your questions because I've got them right here on my handy dandy phone. And I'm sure you might come up with more as we go. But since we have about 14 minutes to go until the launch, I wanted to pop in. Hello, Alice Wallace, the opener for most of my Christmas tour, the incredible Alice Wallace. Thank you for joining us. Hey, Jim Madison. Wow, everybody. MHP, Hamora. I'm so glad to see you all. I had a question. As a performing polymath, what brings you the greatest joy? What brings me the greatest joy is what makes me a polymath. I like staying busy and I like doing various things, which is why this crazy, wonderful life, traveling constantly, working all over the world, and performing music. In between playing characters, writing scripts, and various other things, this is what brings me the greatest joy, just doing all of it. Favorite Christmas movie? That's a good question. I might choose a toss-up between Frosty the Snowman, Elf, and maybe one of my own, A Very Merry Mix-Up, because I love it so much, and it was the first movie I ever did for Hallmark many years ago, and still my favorite. This brings me to another question that was asked of me about Mark Weeb. Mark Weeb is alive and well. I don't know where this crazy rumor has come from, if indeed it exists, but to the best of my knowledge, he's still alive and well in Toronto or thereabouts with his family. We messaged not too long ago, like a year ago, so don't worry about that. Mark, for those who may not know, is the co-star in A Very Merry Mix-Up, who is so wonderful. I was asked as well if I'm going to be making more Hallmark Christmas movies. Friends, I haven't been offered one in a very long time. The last one that I made was in 2020. That was Christmas Tree Lane, which I wrote and produced and wrote 2 of the songs for. And then the CEO has changed hands a number of times since then. And I was and am very good friends with Bill Abbott, who was the CEO. He was there when I did A Very Merry Mix-Up. And I don't know, perhaps with the change in CEO, there was a change in roster. But I would be happy to make another Christmas movie one day if it aligns. And I'm so grateful for the ones I've made and for all of you for watching them. I was asked as well if I'm going to be doing more live streams, and the answer to that is yes, you bet I am. A number of the shows on this very Christmas tour that is launching today are going to be live streamed, including Sunday from St. Louis, Missouri, including a week from Tuesday, I think. Tuesday or Wednesday? Alice would know. It's December 3rd, think it might be Wednesday, in fact. Anyway, December 3rd from Nashville's Third and Lindsley will be live streaming on volume.com. And Sellersville is live streaming. Ann Arbor, I think, will be. Dakota will be. So there's lots of chances to live stream. Just go to the same place you would go to get tour tickets, aliciawittmusic.com/tour, to get your live streams as well as your tickets to see me in person. Do I plan all the travel myself? Sherry, that was your question. Well, heck yes, I do. Now, last year I didn't. I had my assistant, Allie, helping me with that. This year, I do have a part-time assistant again, but she came on board a bit late for me to transfer planning of the travel and all of that. So I did it all myself. Yes, we can add tour manager to my many growing list of hats. I booked all of my travel. I booked all the hotels. I organized everything for the band as well as for me. And if I don't turn up to something, we have no one to blame but me. Yeah. You know what? Sometimes it's just better to do it because I am a polymath, as we've already established, and I quite like booking this stuff. In fact, yesterday from the plane, I did a whole lot of booking and double checking, and I'm pretty confident we're all going to get where we're supposed to get. More questions. Let me see. Touring various other places, including North Carolina and the West and the UK. Thank you for asking. This is a number of you who asked this. I would like to tour everywhere. I have a new album that is coming out next year that I'm going to be recording through 30 Tigers with the extraordinary Joe Henry producing. So we're recording that in January and figuring out the release for this record imminently. There will be lots of touring, lots of performing, and the best way for you to get me to your city is to please join my mailing list. This is crucially important because this is how promoters can tell if I have followers and listeners in a region. So also listening on your digital streaming platform of choice is very important too, because it helps, again, show promoters you have an audience in that area. We can see where the audience is coming from, and this is how you can help get me there. I am definitely planning on coming to the UK, definitely planning on coming to the West, and most definitely planning on coming to North Carolina. But there's lots of other cities I'd love to go to. Hey, Brad, Spokane and Albuquerque. Yes, I'd love to come there. And I have more. Dave Haas, hello there. The story behind I think I'm spending Christmas with you. A very apropos question because, oh, thanks, Randy. It takes me back to the first question. Polymath, I love having a busy schedule. I would look more shitty, pardon my French, if I were sleeping for 14 hours and lazing around in bed. I am way more amped up and excited because I'm running on fumes, and I know I have to be at the Blue Door for sound check in a few hours, and my brain is just going in a million directions at once, and that keeps me alive and invigorated. Thank you for saying that, Randy. The story. Oh, and so the song that we're about to see the premiere of, I think I'm spending Christmas with you. I was asked if I got the invitation that I was hoping for. The truth is, it was a bit of a combo, I wasn't specifically crushing on one particular person at the moment that I wrote this song. And I wasn't focusing on one specific invite. It was more that feeling, which I am familiar with, which I've had several times, when I've thought, gosh, how romantic would it be if we got to spend Christmas together? And you can tell yourself that you will, and it almost feels like you're going to. And that's really the inspiration behind the song, a bit of a melding of feelings, but also a fictional story, and one that I can still very much relate to. And I think you'll see in the video that I was having all of those thoughts and longing romantic feelings as I made the video. I can't wait to share it with you. 5 minutes to go, friends. Oh, you saw me in London, El Chris. Oh, I'm sorry I'm not stopping in Denver this time. Brad, that's a wonderful suggestion. Absolutely, I'm going to make that note as soon as I get off of this chat. Thank you, Brad. Sing happy birthday to Dick Van Dyke in Sellersville on his 100th birthday. Tim Sawyer, thank you for the kind words. Karen, I can't wait to see you tonight. Karin, I think is the correct way to say your name, pretty sure. Yes, Jim, 5 more mittens, 4 more mittens. Thank you for that compliment, MVG. My Moldavite ring comes with me everywhere, and my necklace, which is Libyan desert glass. Yes, I have a few more questions that I can get to before we get to see Lauren Lavera. Have I watched the Terrifier movies since working with her on Twisted? No, I haven't. I don't watch very many horror films, and I've heard that Terrifier and the Terrifier movies are absolutely, you guessed it, terrifying. I'm going to skip that, but I can't wait to see Lauren's performance in Twisted because she is a force to be reckoned with. And I'm sure she was great in the Terrifier movies, but you have no idea how great she is in this. It's like she's playing a million characters in one, and you're in for a real treat. And I don't know when it's being released. I wish I did. I'm often the last to know. I was also asked, favorite way to spend a day off during holiday? Probably just lay in bed, get amazing takeout, and watch Christmas movies after all this touring. Also, I was asked, what will I wear on tour? Well, most of the dresses that you see in the Christmas album artwork, I bought so that I could wear them year after year on my Christmas tour. And you will be seeing many of them once again this year on tour. I also bought a sparkly skirt that I will be wearing tonight because I didn't know I was coming from filming The Big Kill in Toronto directly to the UK, directly to Oklahoma City. So I'm wearing a sparkly vintage skirt that I found along with a top of some sort. Maybe this top. I don't know. You'll find out. Oh, I didn't say Ernest was sleeping. He's right here. There's Ernest. Ernest, say hi to the people. Ernest. Ernest, Ernest. It's the people in the computer. There they are. Friends, I am so excited to tell you it's almost time. You're going to see the video in 1 minute and counting. I'm going to watch it right here with you. I'll be with you in chat, presenting the world premiere of I Think I'm Spending Christmas with You. I hope you enjoy it.